If I can show you a strategy that will save you $7,500 on your taxes next year if you make 100 grand, do you want to see it? Oh, every hand goes up. What a shock. Okay, so quick question. Who here is currently doing business as an entity, like a corporation or an LLC or whatever? You are? Do you know what type of entity you are? And why are you an S corporation?
Because I will save $7,500 on my.
Do you know how?
Because I'll save about $10,000 after my CPA fees, but I pay myself a salary every month, which is the national average of all realtors. I pay myself a modest salary, and then I just pay regular income. I don't pay FICA and Social Security on the balance of that income.
You know, I have asked thousands of people that question over the year. You're the first one that's ever got it right. So good for you. Good for you for having a CPA who actually explains it to you. Countless people said, oh yeah, I'm a corporation. My CPA set me up. I have no idea why. That is so sad to me. I mean, is everybody just a nincompoop or what? Anyway, so here's how it works. Now, before I do this, my disclaimer. Write this down, take your picture, understand what I'm saying, go ask your accounting person, CPA, enrolled agent, whatever, hey, will this work for me in my situation? And then you guys have your private discussion. If your CPA calls me and says, who the hell are you and why the hell are you doing this, I will not take their call. Because I have had that call. I have. And my reply is, why aren't you doing this for your client? Okay? But this is how it works. So you got two independent contractors, real estate people, whatever. We'll call them A and B. And to keep our simple numbers simple and our simple example, both of them have $100,000 in taxable income. All right? Independent contractor, real estate agent A, sets up business as a sole proprietor, files a Schedule C. Okay, many people do that. With the Schedule C, you will pay 15.3% on, I think it's 92.7 or 92.3%, so 92.5, something like that. About 92% of your income you'll pay 15% on. So it's roughly $15,000 in FICA tax, leaving you with $85,000. Okay, that's how that works. We understand that? FICA is filed on Schedule SE, if you're interested. Real estate agent, sole proprietor person who has an awesome CPA sets up something called a Subchapter S corporation. So corporations are state entities. They're filed with the Secretary of State of the domain state, and then that entity makes an application to be considered a Subchapter S corporation. Because if you're not a Subchapter S, then you're by default a C corporation. And this won't work. You want to be a Subchapter S, but that's the little piece of paper I was telling you before that my old CPA didn't file and had all the, yeah. So, in our simple example here, Realtor B pays him or herself a reasonable salary. We'll just call it $50,000, it's an easy number. But that's a really, really important thing. The reasonable salary. Now this person is both the stockholder and the employee of the corporation. $3,750 FICA, $3,750 FICA, total of $7,500, leaving $42,500 after FICA. Because employer and employee both pay half and you are the same person, but that's just how it's treated, that's where you're left. Okay? But you didn't make 50 grand, you made 100. This other 50,000 is taken as a distribution on a Form K-1, and there's 0 FICA paid. $92,500 versus $85,000. That's how it's done. Now you might think, oh, that's easy, quick $7,500. But remember this, if you're going to be an entity, you have to act like one. Sign papers as a corporate officer, have a separate checking account. You are never you, the person. You are always you acting on behalf of the corporation. And that goes well beyond Citizens United. Okay? That's how it works. I do it in one of my businesses. Don't do it in the other one. Because a lot of it depends on how much of your labor is required to do the work. The other business I was telling you about, my manufacturing company, I don't do hardly anything. And that's my justification and rationale to take a very, very, very low salary and I get a big, 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 big distribution. Because of all these other people do the work for me.
So what's the difference between S corporation and LLC for tax purposes?
Oh, excellent question. So, an LLC does not pay tax. You are taxed as in an LLC. So if you're an LLC, you can be taxed as a sole proprietor. It's technically called a disregarded entity, and you file a Schedule C. My teaching business is an LLC that files tax on a Schedule C. I used to do the corporate thing, but then it just didn't make any sense anymore, so now I just do it this way. It's just how I do that one. You can also be an LLC and file taxes as a subchapter S corporation, or as a C corporation, or as a partnership, which is a Form 1065.
Sorry.
Am I cracking you up?
I hate taxes.
Me too. So here's what I would say for most of the people in the room. If you make about 100 grand or more, this is something you should probably check out. And you probably don't need to be an LLC. You can just set yourself up as a corporation, and then you're good.